Hi guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Crkt FOLTS Minimalist Wharncliffe style blade. Let me just read off the specs to you guys, and then we'll just get into experiences and my opinions. Alright, so model number on this knife is 2385. We have an MSRP of $40. Knife Center is out of stock right now, and if you order it, it'll take like 2 to 4 days for it to get to you, for it to be in stock, and then your order will ship out. But it's $23.95 there. Amazon has a couple in stock, and that's coming in at $24.10. So you're looking at about an average price of $25 for this knife. Overall length is 4.875 inches. Blade length is 2 inches. Blade thickness is 1/10 of an inch, 0.1. Blade steel is 5CR15 MOV, just like the rest of the minimalists. We have a Wharncliffe style blade, obviously. The blade is hollow ground, and we still have the same bead blast finish on it as with the other minimalists. We have a plain edge, just like, again, the rest of the minimalists. Handle length is 2.875 inches. Handle thickness is 0.43 inches. Handle scales, again, micarta, and they are still green. I don't know if they're completely green. It's listed as green, but on every single one of them I got, it's got this pattern that looks like it's black and green at some. It looks like it's black at some points, like around there. So you can see that it's got a little bit of variation in the color throughout the scale. Weight on the knife is 1.1 ounces. The sheath is a Zytel sheath. It doesn't come with this. High visibility cord. I put that there. Length of the sheath is 2.5 inches or 64 millimeters. Width is 1.8 inches or 46 millimeters, and it weighs half an ounce or 14 grams. So total for the knife and the sheath, just like that, if you're carrying it in a neck knife or something like that, you're looking at 1.6 ounces total. So it's very pocketable, it's easily carryable, it's not going to weigh you down, you're not going to be carrying a brick. Amazon ratings on this knife are 4.5 out of 5 stars. All the positive comments focus around like sharpness out of the box and how sharp it could get, the comfort in hand due to the built-in finger grooves. It's small size, which makes it very easy to carry, and very comfortable carry because it's not something huge hanging off your neck. Multiple carry options, so you can carry this as a belt knife too. There is an included belt loop, or you could carry it as a neck knife, or you could just throw it in your pocket too if you want to. You don't even need to mess around with the other stuff. Also, the ability to carry it as an EDC utility knife, because it is small and so compact and so easily carryable because it doesn't weigh a lot. The two main things about like people like not liking it on Amazon, their complaints were, one, they were not liking the small size, which could easily be remedied by getting a bigger knife. I mean, the specs are listed on Amazon and everywhere else. And also, they didn't like the grip. Which are the built-in finger grooves. Now, I could agree that someone that has a larger size hand, it may not be comfortable for them, or it just may not fit their hand. So that is really subjective, person to person. That it may work for you just like it worked for me, but it may not work for the next guy because his hands may be a little bit too big, and it either his hands don't fit, the person's hands don't fit, or it's just uncomfortable to them. So yeah. Pretty much overall, I like this. I overall like this knife. Let me just show you a picture of the included accessories, because again, I don't have the accessories with me, and this is a Google picture. So you can see you get the cordage. It's not paracord. It looks like paracord. It's just the outer casing similar to paracord. It's just a cheap inner nylon cord that you find on $7 Amazon knives, so marked as survival knives. Got your sheath. This is obviously the buoy version, but we could put this in place for the Wharncliffe, and then we also had the belt clip. And with this belt clip, there are little rivets, and as you can see, we could do tip up, tip down, left or right hand carry with this. You could do your scout carry and everything like that. So you have a lot of different options like that, or you could even lash this with paracord and lash this on your belt or your pack, whatever you want to do. Pretty much your mind's and imagination's limit is the limit you have with mounting options for this knife. I pretty much, like, the lanyard is a little bit smaller compared to the Tanto and the buoy. It is a little bit thinner. Blade is a little bit smaller, and it does feel a little bit skinnier in the hand. So it is a little bit skinnier, more compact. Feels a little bit more round. It still feels nice, but again, I still favor the buoy because I love that thing. The belly, it comes in so much help compared to this one. I would have much preferred belly when I was doing the testing video than just this, but this one still did perfectly fine. I really would prefer this over using the Tanto again. Yeah. I don't recall off the other two offhand, but this part of the jimping is below the scales. As you can see, I'm showing it from the side so you can see that it is a little bit offset. So, yeah. But pretty much overall right there, you're not even going to really be using it, but but some people may not like that. They may want it flush. But overall, in general, if you're using the jimping, it's going to be like right about here. And the jimping is effective. It does provide you good traction. And yeah, along with the grooves, this knife feels secure in the hand, and you don't feel like it's going to come out of your hand. You got ultimate control over this thing because it is a small blade, and you got those grooves. With that jimping, it just locks right in. So that's why I really like the Minimalist series. It locks right in your hand, and you're not going to lose control of it. It's not going to come flying out in adverse conditions if it's wet or whatever. And that's why I really like it. And plus, it's small, lightweight, and it's a good EDC neck knife. That's what I use it for, a neck knife. I replaced the cordage on mine with some it has some reflective strips in there. Every now and then it doesn't work. I mean, if you flash it right on with the flashlight, you're not really going to see it. You're not going to see the reflective strips, but every now and then, like if you're hitting it from the side or like the outer part of the beam, especially at night, you might see it. I don't know, I just put it on there. And then the high visibility, also just for visibility. I mean, look, you can't really see it on camera because it's black and it blends in with this camo. So, like, let's just say for some reason you get pulled over and an officer walks up. You don't want to get freaked out once he's coming back with your license or something like that. And then he just sees a knife and then he starts freaking out or something like that. So, I mean, it's good to know. It's good so other people could see it's there and they're not going to feel intimidated by it. And a brighter color lets them know it's there, and sometimes brighter colors are seen as more friendly. Yeah. Dang, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something else. Went rambling on about that. Oh, what you can do if you want to make this sort of more suitable for survival or bushcraft or prepping, what you could do is you could utilize fire cord, 550 fire cord for the lanyard, and if you want to do on the wrap too, you could do that too. I mean, you could get a few inches, maybe about like six inches of fire cord on there, or survivor cord, jute twine, whatever you want to put on there, you could do that. And then on the back you could duct tape like a little mini ferro rod or something like that, and you're not even going to really notice it's there because it's already sitting on, it's already just laying on you like that, and it's not going to add much weight to it. The cordage ain't going to add any weight. The ferro rod is like, what, a tenth of an ounce or something like that, so it's not going to be that noticeable. And hey, don't go in there, stop that. My dog's trying to escape. That board's there for a reason. Good. Because if he gets out, I'm going to have to go run after him, and it's going to be like a 20-minute thing. But, yeah, so you put that, you put a ferro rod on there, and the spine, it's sort of rounded, but you can still strike a spark. Stop that! Oh my god, he's got his neck up. Good thing he's a little bit bigger now. He can't fit through there. But yeah, you can still strike a spark with this thing, and having that tinder in the cord from the fire cord is also pretty good. And then you also still have the inner strands from the fire cord or your 550 cord, whatever you use, and then you can still put the outer casing back on. Like this is gutted paracord. That is too. I don't know why I just prefer gutted paracord for that. It's a little bit easier for me. This is just the casing of that. It's not really real paracord, so that's why I use it. But yeah. For this, it might be hard if you use ungutted paracord because it was a little bit tight, but it should still work. So that's how you could. That's a little tip how you can use and improve this knife for survival and bushcraft purposes. Overall, I still like the knife, and again, I prefer it over the Tanto. And yeah, I'd still prefer it over the Bowie, but it is still a nice knife. You got a nice flat edge. It's not like the Kershaw Leak where it has a little bit of belly in there, so you can't sharpen this on a stone really easily. And I mean, yeah, 5CR15 blade steel. It's a softer steel, so you'll be able, if you need to, you can sharpen it up in the field really easily on the edge of your car's window, a stone, whatever you can find. I mean, you're not like working with S3V. It's not gonna take you a whole lot to bring that edge back. Yep, so that's pretty much my review of the Crkt Minimalist Wharncliffe. I really liked carrying this knife way much more than the Tanto, but now that I'm done with this one, I'm going to move back to the Bowie because that's still my favorite. And yeah, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.